Hi, how are you? I'm Anthony from Cypher House Escape, and today we're back with video 6 of the Daro Caro Puzzle Hunt. In the last video, Nick and I managed to solve the meta puzzle for the Daro Caro Puzzle Hunt, but we like these puzzles so much that we wanted to make a 6th video where we solve the 3 puzzles that we haven't yet tried. If you've been watching the series so far, you know that we've been picking the puzzles that we're going to solve randomly, so I decided to bring in a randomization expert to help me out with the wheel this time around, and that is Nick. Hi, Nick.
Hey, so the easiest way to get Stargazing is to only put Stargazing as the option.
Alright, our wheel is looking pretty scarce. There's only 3 puzzles left on it, but we're going to spin the wheel and see what puzzle we're solving next. Here we go. Helium capacity.
Come on.
Alright, let's start our timer and see how long it takes us to solve helium capacity. 3, 2, 1, here we go. It sounds like you and Ellie had great chemistry. We did. It was a real adventure. Okay, house, balloons, crossword puzzle clues. I was wondering if maybe the balloons were color-coded by letter, but there's like a lot of these. Okay, we've transferred all these balloons, their colors, how many lines they have, and really the row orientations into our sheet here. Oh, I figured it out.
Did you?
I figured something out. I know why they're all 1 or 2 lines. These are elements, because the puzzle's called helium capacity. I assume the colors will have something to do with where they're located on the periodic table?
What do you call the saltwater clam that you gobbled up? I think it's scallop, but yeah, let's
Is SC an element? Yeah, it is. AL, LU, and then we need P. Phosphorus. Yeah.
Well, but scallop is LO, not LU.
Do we have an LO on the periodic table?
I don't see it.
Okay, maybe this isn't scallop. Do you think you finally clear up your feelings and pop the question as propose? So there's nowhere the propose could fit. Oh, I just noticed part of these are underlined. I think the underlined parts are the clues. I'm gonna look for the uppermost trees or branches. Do you think that one's canopy? Ca is cadmium, N is nitrogen, O is oxygen, P is phosphorus, and Y is yttrium. Okay, so that works.
So it's looking like our oranges are gonna be, what are those called?
No, because oxygen's there too, right? Yeah, I thought these colors were going to correspond to their location on the periodic table in some way, but it doesn't really look like they do.
I'm not getting this one. What do you call it when you mix up fat or oil into soap by reaction with an alkali? Do you think it's emulsify?
I think I found the ancient scroll too. I think it's papyrus.
Oh, but they both start with a 1, and I don't think
there's an element E. Yeah. No. So papyrus has to go here. I'm wondering where the answer is going to be in all this. Headmaster. Let me see if I can find the headmaster. Principal? Yeah, it doesn't look like Ci is an element. That's unfortunate.
Capucius means to be fickle. There is a Ca, so this would have to be the 10. So there is a Ca.
Yes.
There's a PR.
Okay, so capricious looks good in this row. So I noticed in the original puzzle, some of these balloons look like they have a more shimmery, glossy outer edge to them. Specifically 1 per row.
The international group might be Cosmopolitan.
I also have on the right here, I'm extracting the special letters. All right, I'm gonna try this long one. It's apogamy. We have A. No, we don't. We don't have AP either. They literally copy pasted the definition from this website that says apogamy is. I'm so confused. What are we doing wrong? Are we wrong that these are elements? That can't be wrong. It says chemistry. Pop the question is propose. It just has to be.
I don't know. I don't know why oxygen would be separate from nitrogen and phosphorus.
Yeah, I don't know how the colors are working.
It's only in Canopy and Cosmopolitan. Those 2 O's there are the only... Every other time we have an orange balloon, it's one of the reactive non-metals. Like, those are looking to be all the orange ones.
The orange ones are N, P, S, and C and I. N, P, S, C, and I. Yeah, maybe.
So maybe there is just one element in every single one that's messed up. In order to get the cosmopolitan and all of that, that seems to work. The O's would be our mess up, and maybe the U's.
I'm gonna put principal here. Even though we can't find element CI, the rest of this all lines up and almost looks correct. So we need to find where apogamy and propose go. So the P works. Do we have an element RO?
No, we don't.
That's the one that's weird. And then do we have a PO? Yeah, and that matches this PO in cosmopolitan in terms of consistency. So yeah, it's weird. There's one that's wrong in every set, like either the color or it's just an element that doesn't exist. All right, so where could apogamy go?
I like putting it in the second one.
Because then the Y matches up.
The Y matches up. You got a P matching up on the orange balloon there.
Do we have AM in the same group as like U and PA?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. So this is looking good.
Yeah, no, I like this. I think it's scallop. I'm looking down the glow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of looking like it's gonna spell like, or say, elemental surprise or something like that.
Oh, it does look a lot like that, doesn't it? Help me figure out what the bad ones are.
That one's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with papyrus. There's nothing wrong with any of them. Everything's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's saponify. So the process is saponification, but if you do it, it's saponify.
Even though A is not an element.
Yeah, PO is consistent here. Element of surprise. I'm so confused. It feels like we've done so many things wrong, but I feel like we have the answer. Element of surprise. That is correct. Our final time on that puzzle was about 58 minutes. We're going to take a quick look at the solution file now just to see if there was something that we weren't understanding correctly about this. As you build up your answers, you might start to notice that they all have one thing in common. They all contain an up sound. Do they? We did not notice that. Scallop, apogamy, can up P. Okay. Oh, were we supposed to write it like scal up? UP? You were saying put U's in here.
Oh, yeah, that's looks like how we were supposed to do it.
This is apogamy. Yeah, so you just replace the up sound with the letters for up. Nick, I'm glad that you get to be here to experience one of my weird, like, accidentally stumble my way to the correct answer approaches. As with the other puzzles that we've solved after completing the meta puzzle, we're going to take a quick look at what the mini puzzle was. What do you call a trainee trying to level up their skills? Apprentice. Yeah, I think it's going to be apprentice. Nick, I have a little bit of a secret. I know you've been rooting for the Stargazing puzzle this entire time. I've been rooting for the charming but cryptic puzzle this entire time. So one of us is about to be happy, and the other is about to just wait a little longer to be happy. Okay, let's spin the wheel one final time and see what our next puzzle is going to be. It is Stargazing.
Yeah!
All right, I'm going to start our timer and we'll take a look at the Stargazing puzzle. Wally loved gazing up at the evening sky. He wondered what else was up there. Lots of constellations and then crossword clues. Lots of crossword clues.
Oh, and it even says, note, you'll need to interact with the answer checker for this puzzle. So that's why there's all of these wrong guesses.
Galileo used this to discover that Jupiter has its own moons. Is it a telescope? Should I try that in the answer checker, you think?
Yes, 100%.
All right. Okay, when I entered telescope into the answer checker, it says Vega. Blaise Pascal invented this implement for performing arithmetic automatically.
Mechanical calculator.
Sarin, S-A-R-I-N. I think these are names of stars within the constellations.
Well, I just looked up Vega, and it's part of the Lyra constellation.
So what are we doing with this? My guess is we're maybe supposed to count how many stars represent each of these constellations in this image, and then use that as an index? So like Hercules has 10 stars in it, and so maybe we index into like mechanical calculator and steam engine? I guess we can keep going for a little bit. I don't know if that's the right track or not. Okay, Nick and I are splitting up the solving of some of these clues just so that we can get through them faster, because there's a lot of them. Okay, so we filled in all of the answers and got the stars that are associated with them from the answer checker here. Now the question is, what do we do from here?
Well, you think we convert into constellations from here, right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, yeah, you can start at the top and I'll start at the bottom and we'll start looking up the constellation these are associated with.
A lot of mine are like right next to each other, by the way. Like I got 3 Geminis right in a row.
Maybe we're going to connect these. Maybe it's connect the dots. So first we need Vega, which is part of Lyra.
It's the brightest star in Lyra, so
okay.
The bright one.
So that's this one here. Then that connects to Sarin in the Delta Hercules constellation. Okay, well, a constellation map seems to show the Delta arm of the Hercules constellation is facing towards Lyra. So I think I want to just connect the rightmost arm of our constellation to the brightest star of Lyra. I'm just gonna guess that this one over here is the next star, this Corniferous, and we're gonna move on to the next one that's in the Boots constellation. Yeah, this might be something. This might make a thing.
Okay. Looks like a giant circle to me right now, but...
It's a squiggly circle. Okay, well that makes something. Okay, so we connect to here. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right at the top of the pan there. Yep.
It looks like a ghost from Pac-Man.
I was also kind of thinking about the ghost from Pac-Man. It's not the Snapchat ghost, is it? I'll try ghost. Close. Is there another name for a ghost? We're thinking of a Martian rover whose name is a synonym for ghost. Spirit. That's correct. Wally has Spirit, and so do you, puzzle hunters. Spirit was a Mars rover active from 2004 to 2010. It was one of 2 rovers of NASA's Mars Exploration Rover mission. Our final time on that puzzle was 49 minutes. All right, let's take a look at the meta puzzle and see what part of that had to do with this stargazing puzzle. It's the same map from last time. We only have 3 more questions here. So for the 3 answers, we get the 3 stars are Arcturus, Capella, and Vega, and that makes a letter V. We have only 1 puzzle left in the Daro Caro Puzzle Hunt, and simply for the tradition of it, I'm going to spin the wheel 1 final time. Where's it gonna land? Charming but cryptic. I did not see that coming.
That's a surprise to me, too.
Okay, let's start our timer and see how we do. 3, 2, 1, go. Charming but cryptic. Ian and Barley are lost. Can you point them in the right direction? Yeah, this looks like it could be a cryptic crossword. So the original puzzle page has this map, and I don't know what this is a map of or when we're going to use it. But I think the first thing that we're supposed to do is solve this cryptic crossword puzzle. So this should be a cryptic crossword, which means every clue has both a definition and some wordplay to get us to the right answer. What are the abbreviations for Columbia in Germany?
CO and GE, maybe?
Germany is DE. So this is code.
I'm looking at 33 across. Remodeled iPhone X as a gem. I think we're just gonna anagram iPhone X, and I get Phoenix, but that's not a gem.
The Phoenix Gem is a thing. Oh, the Phoenix Gem is from the movie Onwards, which is what this puzzle's based on. 28 down, enchanted microphone has a silver core, is magic, because AG is the element silver, and it's inside of mic. 27 down is possible power. That's a double definition for the word might, as in something might happen, it's possible, but also someone who has a lot of might is powerful. 32 across is dragon, except they're cluing drag on, as in prolong. Doctor's DR, an unending agony, is just agony without the Y. It does look like these are all meant to be thematically appropriate words. Yeah, dungeon. 26 down is dungeon. Poop is dung, and eon is a really long time. 29 down, Chief Shaman puts 11 leaping lords under enchantment. The answer is spell. It's the first letters, clued by Chief, of Shaman puts 11 leaping lords. Spirits pay mixed respects. I think we're anagramming respects to get specters.
34 across is eclipse.
30 down is curse. Yeah, these are looking like they could all be like Dungeons and Dragons words.
19 down, pests dance on stairs. Pests anagram is steps.
Fantastic is great. And shred for the audience means it sounds like when you shred something, like you grate it, like as in grated cheese. And for the audience means it's just a homophone. Inside chair yoga is the word hairy. It's very thematically appropriate that you're here for this one, Nick. Siblings deliver soup to emergency rooms. The answer is brothers.
Hey.
And we have broth, and emergency rooms are ERs. Barely processed wheat is barley. I'm thinking this is going to have something to do with compass directions, because the flavor text says, can you point them in the right direction? There is a compass on the bottom left, along with a lot of arrows and other random pointing things on the map.
13 across is drive, because a magnetic disk is a drive, and it's inside Red River. 6 down, Greek monster hides a shy dragon. It's Hydra, because between shy dragon is Hydra.
3 down is jewel. It's the odd letters of Jeep wheel.
So, Anthony, the 16 down asks to exclude a charged particle from your journeys. I think the definition is journeys, and it's going to be quests is the answer, but I'm having a hard time doing the wordplay.
I think I see it. I think asks is questions, and you're excluding ions, which are charged particles. Yeah. I think 7 is hairy, which is weird because we had the other version of hairy. But this one sounds tricky, which sounds like Harry, and Potter is Harry Potter. Okay, so we finished the cryptic crossword puzzle. Now we need to figure out how to apply that solution to this map in some way to get a final answer. One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight all the spaces that have a cardinal direction in them.
The compass has one of those directions in it to begin with. I kind of followed that up and I hit an S. Like, I was wondering if these all pointed to each other in a circle of some kind.
Actually, I kind of like this idea. What if we start in the normal suburbs? Yeah, it makes a big old circle. So what do we do with those? S probably means start. We cross over a lot of numbers. Yeah, every line on the map crosses over a number. So maybe those numbers relate to the numbers in our crossword grid. So like we start with 27 down. Okay. That's why they're all down and right. It's downs and across. Do you think we just take the first letter of each? So like 27 down is an M. 20 across is a G. Oh, the poem in the top left. Yeah, so let's write the words in here. I'll start at the bottom. Okay, so we got that each of these lines crosses over a number. We know that the arrows inside of these compasses indicate whether it's an across or a down instance of that number. And we now believe that the words that are in those places are going to complete this poem. I might guide you in your magic quests, or walk you through some setup steps. I might be hairy. I might be hairy. I wield great power, so be wary. I was never good at riddles.
Me neither. Is it the Dungeon Master?
A hairy dungeon master.
It kind of works.
Actually, that does kind of work. All right, so we're going to try Dungeon Master. That was incorrect. I like that answer personally.
Well, going back to the meta, I mean, I know the second letter is an I.
Okay, so Nick and I are having a little bit of trouble solving this riddle. So we're consulting the meta puzzle to try to get a little bit more information on what the answer to this puzzle is, kind of employing some back solving techniques. Basically, we know from this second set of clue words that the onward solution will start with a W, because this spelled out now retrace your steps. And we know from this first set of solutions that the second letter is an I. Oh, is it wizard? That's correct. Our final time on that was 1 hour and 2 minutes. Okay, so this is puzzle 6 of the meta puzzle, Wisdom to Understand Endless Books. Oh, it's knowledge. Wisdom means knowledge, to understand is know, and endless books are ledgers? So we need to make use of the unused. Do you think that just means take the 8th, like index into it 8 spaces? Oh, was that one unused in the... Yeah, that's the only number we didn't go through in the actual puzzle. All right, with that, Nick and I are officially finished with every puzzle on the Daro Caro Puzzle Hunt. Stay tuned, because on Friday I'm going to release the meta memoriam for the Daro Caro Puzzle Hunt, where Nick and I will be talking about some of our favorite moments from the hunt and breaking down the puzzles and our final thoughts of them. I want to give a big thanks to Daro and Caro for putting this puzzle hunt together. This is the first time that the Daro Caro Hunt is run, and I personally think that it went really well. All right, that wraps it up for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and as always, happy escaping.